think upon immeasurable wisdom, infinite compassion, interchangeable. Huh? But, okay, and I'm explaining this as I do with my kids. And I want to focus momentarily, just momentarily, on the words infinite and immeasurable. Because I think these are key words. They're key for us to understand the feeling of Nembutsu. Huh? Infinite and immeasurable. These are great, huge words. But what do they describe? Huh? Second line, Shoshinge, Namo Fukashigi Ko. Namo, to think about, huh? Think upon. Fukashigi Ko, infinite light, which is the wisdom. Fukashigi is unbelievable, beyond belief. Infinite is beyond belief. Immeasurable, beyond belief. Fukashigi, unbelievable. Huh? When we encounter unbelievability, what do we feel? When change comes into our lives and we encounter unbelievability, what do we feel? And change is always happening in our lives. And we're almost always saying, Namo Amida Butsu. But instead we say this, wow, no way, are you kidding? Wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Fukashigi. I can't believe it. Wow, no way. Wow. Wow. This feeling of wow-ness is a feeling of onembutsu. Onembutsu has kind of a wow-ness feeling to it. Wow, unbelievable. Back in 1985, I have a cousin in San Francisco. Lotto started in 1984. The Lotto in California. And my cousin, one of my cousins in San Francisco, back then he just picked these numbers, and I don't gamble, so I think I played Lotto a few times, but I stopped doing that years and years ago because I never checked the numbers. Oh, wow. Oh, it's $40 million, I'll buy a ticket. And then, a month later it goes, oh yeah, who won that anyway? Where's that ticket? It's like, why even buy it? Huh? So I don't do that anymore. Don't waste my time or money. But my cousin Frank, he received 6 figures. He got a 6-figure win, almost $400,000, just by picking these numbers. Wow, $360,000, $70,000. My mom calls me and says, hey, cousin Frank, guess what? You won big in Lotto, almost 400,000. And what comes out of my mouth? Wow, you're kidding, I can't believe it. You really? Wow, I'm just saying, unbelievable. How unbelievable such impermanence manifests in my life, in his life, in our lives. Interestingly, within weeks, I received a call from one of my childhood friends, and his father passed away. His father was always so good to me. Growing up, I would be at his house a lot. His mother and father were like my mother and father. Sometimes in high school, even in college, I remember going over to his house, and it would be 2, 3 in the morning. We're sitting there in his room, hanging out. 2:30 in the morning, his father would knock on the door, and he would come in with sandwiches and sodas. Can you believe that? What a sweet man. And he would stay for a while and ask me how I'm doing. And he goes, wow, stay as long as you want, Just drive home carefully. And he'd leave. And he was such a good, kind man. And I remember he did watch repair. And so many times he fixed this one watch. I had a Seiko watch that was self-winding. That's back in the early 60s. So it was, and it was still experimental, I guess, because that thing always broke. And every time he used to see me without my watch, he would say, hey, Bob, where's your watch? And I said, oh, it broke again. He goes, oh, just give it to me, I'll fix it. He must have fixed that watch half a dozen times for me. I felt each time so bad. He says, oh, I'll fix, don't worry about it. Such a good man. And I loved him. And when he called to tell me his dad passed away, same words came out of my mouth. I said, wow, I can't believe it. Really? Oh, same words. Frank won lotto. My friend Ron's father passed away. Wow, can't believe it. What am I responding to? I'm responding to impermanence manifesting in our lives. Responding to impermanence with this sense of unbelievability, infinite, immeasurable, fukashigi, unbelievable. And I look back and I realize the wonderful caring and understanding that his father always gave me, cared for me, always trying to understand. Such a good man. And there is this thinking, realizing I'm surrounded by so much caring and understanding. And what is the result of this? Is a feeling of deep gratitude. Deep gratitude. Gratitude so deep, words thank you are not enough. And in a way, to me, this is one of my descriptions of what is Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu is that level of gratitude so deep, the words thank you are insufficient. Namo Amida Butsu, when we say this, it's an expression of appreciation so deep, no words can begin to express how thankful we are. So this is one kind of sense of what is Amitayus, Amitawa, realizing the infinite wisdom, caring, understanding, compassion that surrounds and allows us to live. And as I mentioned, you need both. You can't just have one or the other. You need both. There's a book that was children's book that was written a while back that I really hate. I don't hate a lot of things, but I really despise this book. It's called The Giving Tree. Some of you know it. You know the story, The Giving Tree? I hate this book. Every time I see this, I say, stupid book. It's a book about a tree and a relationship a tree has with this boy. Anyone familiar with this? Yeah, you know the book? And the tree, and it says the tree loves the boy and the boy loves the tree, and he climbs in the branches and play, and it says the tree is happy. Then the boy gets older again, and the tree, so loving, doesn't see the boy and misses the boy. Then the boy comes back, and the tree says, oh, I'm so happy to see you, boy, and oh, he's my friend this year. We love each other so much. And the boy says, oh, I just wish I had some money so I could go to town and have a good time. The tree says, well, take my apples. Hey, I'll take them all and go to town, sell them, and make money. And so the boy takes all the apples, goes to town, sells money, and it says the tree is happy. And the boy comes back years later, and he's sad again. And the tree says, what's wrong? And he goes, well, I found the girl, want to get married, but I want to build a house, but I have nothing to build a house with. And the tree says, well, cut down all my branches and build a house. And as can only happen in a children's story, with the branches from this tree, he cuts down and builds a house. The boy comes back years later, he's unhappy again. And she says, what's wrong? And he says, oh, everything's gone south, my life is a mess, I just wish I could get away, go down the river. And the tree says, well, cut down my trunk and make a canoe and head down river. And the tree says, boy says, yeah, cool. Cuts down the tree, calls it out, gets in, he goes down the river, disappears, and it says the tree is happy. And years later, the boy comes back as a very old man with a cane, and the tree recognizes, oh, boy, you're very happy. Oh, so happy to see you. And the boy says, I'm no longer a little boy. I'm very old, and and the tree says, well, I have nothing else to give you. I've only a stump, but a stump is a good place to sit. And the old man that was once the boy sits on the stump, and it says, and the tree was happy. That is one stupid tree. That's You know, you could say that tree is full of compassion, huh? Compassion only. Giving, giving, giving. That is so dumb. Huh? That tree was, I think we would call it, in psychology, they might call it the enabling tree. Huh? Yeah. Did that boy learn anything in life? No. Was he ever happy? No. And at the end of his life, you know, what did he just sat there miserable on the stump, and the tree is happy, huh? Ah, see, that's an idea of, an example of compassion only. Compassion only. Compassion only is useless. That tree should have been kicking that boy's butt. What are you doing playing here? Get to school. Let me see your report card. What's up with you? You should be studying more. Want money? Go get a job. Work for it. Huh? What's wrong with you? He should have been slapping that boy around. Just get your life together, huh? But no, giving tree, keep giving, giving, giving. Compassion, oh, infinite compassion. I keep giving till I'm a stump. The boy learns nothing. Life is miserable. So, see, compassion alone is not enough. Huh? Not enough. It's useless, in fact. Damaging. So, wisdom alone, too. You know, if you say, ah, yes, you know, everything is impermanent, you must let go, such is life, you know, that's only wisdom. And that too is useless. That's dead. It has no life. Someone so detached and uninvolved, he's not alive. Such a person is not alive. They're just thinking about life. Ah, yes, all things are impermanent. Wisdom alone, useless. You need both. And I think, you know, when we have both in gear, then it's like having right view. That what we think, what we say, what we do will follow. What we think and say and do follows when wisdom and compassion, caring and understanding are in sync.